Today we are going to be making, I will be transforming this into a finished work of crazy art using just scissors and glue. I'll show you how I do it, and you can decide if it's a successful piece of art, but it doesn't really matter. It was fun for me to make it, and I hope you enjoy watching the process. Let's go. Are you coming? All right, so here we go. Here is my background. And as you can see, I've already cut out some shapes in green and purple that have just been sitting on top of this frame, for the past maybe 4 or 5 months. So I am glad that I finally am going to be gluing it all down today. You will see here I end up not using this green color. I found that it didn't work. One of the tricks I often implement is sticking to a 3-color color palette. And as you can see here with the purple, the green, the yellow, and the pink, it's one too many color. If I was going to do a 4th color, I would just want a tiny little pop of that color, not in equal amounts as I have here. So how have you been? What's going on in your life? Let me know in the comment section how you've been doing. It has been a while. I haven't been in the studio at all this last month. I'll just tell you, since we are friends here, that my mother died on Christmas, and I have had no interest in coming into my studio, making art at all. I just haven't wanted to make art. And at the beginning there, I questioned if I ever want to make art again. But, you know, it has been a few weeks, and slowly the urge to create has come back. And this is actually, this piece I'm making here is the first piece I've made, the first artwork I've done since my mom died. And it was really nice actually that I had this started and ready to go. And I didn't have to start from a blank page. That really helped me ease back into it. And I made a video about that on, I'll link it below, and I can link it at the end of this video, on, I forget what it's called, something about 10 tips to make collage art easier, or something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but I talk about that, how it's nice to sort of work in stages and have your work ready at different pieces at different points in their evolution. So when you are, you know, just not feeling it, you can pull out one that's partially completed, and then it's not such an overwhelming task. So anyway, that's a video I made that you might find interesting. So yeah, I'm slowly getting back into it. It's tough though. Yeah, it's not easy, life. But we persevere. And we can't give up our passions, no matter how we feel. And sometimes you just need to take a break, and they are there waiting when you're ready to get back to it. So now I go back and I decide, well, maybe the green didn't work. Maybe I should try blue for my pop of color. And I go through and pull out various blues, see if any of them work. But I can see, especially like just watching this again now, I can see those blues aren't really working. I'll try a few things here for the leaves before I end up making my final choice. This is fun. I rarely throw out little pieces. So this is a tiny little shape I made out of pinkish purple sparkly paper that I would have tried on another project and it didn't work, and I kept it, and look, I have something ready to go, and that just fit perfectly in this one. So those are always fun little surprises that I find sometimes in my little scrap paper envelope. I love that purple paper. This is my absolute favorite. What I love about this with this lacy paper is that you can see through it, so it doesn't completely cover my painted backgrounds. I love that, because if I just put a solid piece of purple up there, you wouldn't see the pink balls coming through. This is my favorite paper that I own. I don't have enough of it. I have a few in a few different colors, and I want to just find a place that I can buy huge amounts of this, and I want to sell this paper to the world. All paper crafters everywhere. This is my favorite paper, and I have no idea where to get it. So one day I will find that, and I will become a great lacy paper salesperson to the world. Trying out this textured purple paper. I cut a few of the leaves, but I didn't find they worked very well. And even in my finished piece, well, you'll see, I'm about to choose the paper that I will end up with. Here I'm using a glue stick to put down that web, just because it's not liquidy, and I just find that's better. It doesn't soak through the web. You can't see glue coming through it. This is a bottle of Collage Art craft glue, which is an amazing glue, but that's not what is in that bottle. I have drained that out and replaced it with Liquid-X matte medium because it dries matte and the Collage Art glue dries shiny. And because I'm using matte paper, I don't want shiny glue peeking out around the edges, because when it dries, you'll see that shine of the dried glue, and I don't want that. It doesn't really pop the tree. It sort of blends into the background, but I don't mind it. I think it looks okay. The trickiest part now is going to be gluing down this tree, because the paper that I've used here is so thin that you'll see, even picking it up and moving it around, it just folds and bends, and it's like moving a wet paper towel around. So it's pretty tricky. But I do manage to get it on there. You see? And it's tough because it'll stick where the glue is, and then it tends to want to fold on itself and wrinkle. But, I made it work. And here the piece is almost done, just adding the last leaf. And I look at it and I see that the center there, where that sparkly pink is too empty. I put that lighter sparkly pink rock up too high. I should have lowered it. I wish I had lowered it down a little bit. So now I'm just adding another branch here just to add more to that space. It's just too empty in the middle. And even after this, I find, that middle is just too empty. So I go ahead and take the yellow again. I don't want to bring in a new color. Take the yellow again, and I put in some grass. I call it grass, or leaves sticking up. I often do that as a technique at the end. I love to have spears of grass sticking out. So, look, this is just what I love about collage. I just love the fact it's like you're drawing with paper. You don't have to, it's even better than drawing, because when you draw, you have to erase it if you don't like it. This, you just don't glue it down until you know you like it. And once you like it, then you glue it, and it'll be perfect. Every layer you add, I find, every layer I add, it just makes the piece more interesting. There you go, just by adding that one yellow piece of grass, that yellow piece of paper breaks up that sparkly pink and purple rock. And that's pretty much finished. I did add on one more rock after I filmed this, which I can show you right at the end. I hope this inspires you, if you are having a bad day, to pick up your scissors and some paper and glue and just get lost in the process and have fun. But that is it. And I felt good. It felt good to be back in my studio, just get in that flow state and forget all my troubles. I really had a good time creating this piece. Here, let me show you the finished product. So what do you think? My son has named this the Storm. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with the color scheme. There's a lot going on, as you can see, but with the limited color palette, it still works, you know, I feel it still works. These little leaves here, they don't pop up too much. I'm considering going over them with some acrylic marker or gel pen, but in a way I just kind of like it like this. I kind of like those artworks where you have to really look at them, you know, go in deep and examine how the artist made them. So that's it. That's for now. And I will be back again. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of a video, because I enjoyed making it, and I will probably be making some other ones for you. Comment below. Let me know what's on your mind. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you next time. Bye.